Bergen Bybane Line 2, which opened in November of 2022, has received little coverage in most international media, despite the significance of this transit project. So, while I was visiting this historical city, I thought it would only be right to take you on a transit line tour of Bergen's second Bybane line.
Fyllingsdalen Terminal.
The first station on this line, Fyllingsdalen Terminal, is located directly adjacent to the Oasen Storcenter shopping mall. The station features two side platforms, however, one of them is not currently in use and therefore has no station amenities on the platform. The station gets its name from the nearby Fyllingsdalen bus terminal, which sees multiple high-frequency bus routes serving it. That's about all there is to this stop, so let's hop on this train and head to the next one. Directly after Fyllingsdalen Terminal station, the line descends into the tunnel under the Løvstokk Mountain, which is among the longest light rail tunnels in all of Europe. The tracks branching off here lead to the entirely underground Fyllingsdalen Yard.
Christianborg.
Our second station, Christianborg, has an island platform layout, which is unusual on the Bybane system. The island platform at this station, however, is noticeably wide, with an unusual gap between the station's two canopies. This station is also partially covered by a freeway viaduct which passes right above. This station also features connections to buses, however not quite at the extent which you can see at Fyllingsdalen Terminal. There is also a noticeably large gap on the station platform between the exit towards the back end of the platform and the actual end of the trains themselves. This was a pretty unique station among those on the network, so let's hop on this train and see what else we can see along this line. Immediately after departing Christianborg Station, the line takes a rather sharp turn to enter into the grassy median of Kanalveien. It is within this median where we will find our next station.
Mindemyren.
Mindemyren is a quite basically designed Bybane station, a typical one if you will. Most stations on both Line 1 and Line 2 have a similar layout, which is two side platforms directly across from each other and not offset. The land surrounding the station seems to be of multiple different kinds of housing, with both residential, commercial, and industrial buildings located sparsely around the station. The station also features pedestrian crossings across the track on the ends of both platforms. Overall, I don't think it'd be a pretty bold claim to say that Mindemyren is probably the least interesting station along the line. So, let's head over to a more interesting station next. After continuing to run in the median of Kanalveien for a little bit longer, the line turns to join the old alignment of the Bergen. This section of the line was repurposed for the construction of this Bybane line, and the original alignment was made obsolete by the opening of the tunnel underneath Ulriken.
Kronstad.
The station at Kronstad, in my opinion, is one of the most historical stations on the entire network. Not only is the station for Line 2 located very near to the original Kronstad Station on the old Bergen, the Line 2 platforms were actually built where the former yard for the Bybane network was, as the original section between Byparken and Nesttun needed to have a yard located somewhere along it, as the current yard for Line 1 is located way towards the southern end of the line near to the airport. So when Line 2 was built, they removed the yard and put its platforms right here. Overall, from a railfanner's perspective, Kronstad is easily one of my favorite stations, as you can get great views of both the trains on Line 1 and Line 2 approaching from multiple vantage points across the station area. But let's head on this train and head to my favorite station on the entire network. Before we fully leave Kronstad, a nice little thing that they have here is a small siding directly before this tunnel entrance, partially as a remnant of the original yard.
Haukeland sjukehus.
Sjukehus is without a doubt my favorite station on the entire Bybane network. Not only is it the only underground station on the entire network, it also has two entrances, both with stunning design, as well as very clear signage and sleek, modern escalators and elevators for a 100% accessible station experience. The station floor is also covered in these beautiful mosaic tiles. Another nice detail is that the station still features the iconic orange boxes with ticket machines and line information. A subtle element of the station's design that I love is the waves in the station ceiling. The station also features signage in both English and Norwegian, telling you which track to board from for what direction you're heading in. But there's still a lot more to see along this line, so let's hop on this next incoming train to see the next stop that we need to visit. Fløen Station, not to be confused with the nearby mountain, Fløen, is another typical side platform station. However, the thing that I like about it is that it is located directly along the waterfront of Store Lungegårdsvannet. The greenery on the western end of the station platform also adds for a nice touch to the design of the station and the overall vibe of its surroundings. This station, while not in the alignment of the Gamle Bergensbanen, is located directly next to it, as adjacent to the elevated cycle path on the right of the screen is where the tracks of this line would have been. But if there's one thing better than disused rail infrastructure, it's rail infrastructure still in use, and we'll be seeing a lot of that between this station and the next one. There are some great views for rail fans, as you can see the approach tracks into Bergen Central Railway Station, as well as an intermodal yard for freight trains. Mindemyren Station, while being another typical double-side platform station, is also our second transfer point to Line 1. Its platforms are located inside of the bus terminal building, and the station also has great views of, again, the intermodal yard and the approach tracks into the central station. It is also a great opportunity for bus fans to come out and see a lot of different buses on all of the bus lines that travel across Bergen, as practically every single one goes around the area. You can also get great views of both of the light rail lines from either of their platforms. Speaking of Light Rail Line 1, the next station is the only station where you can catch both light rail lines from the same set of platforms.
Nonneseter.
Apart from being the only station where the lines share platforms, it is also the only station on the line that was pre-existing at the time of the line's opening, as this station was on the original section of Line 1, so it therefore dates back to early 2010. A unique feature of this station is that you will also often see buses passing through the same platform where the light rail vehicles go through, albeit without stopping, as the road between here and the final stop is a transit-only throughway. This station is also an incredible one to rail fan at. I mean, it was very hard to find a moment where I had to put down the camera because trains just kept coming, despite the 10-minute frequency on both lines. A more concerning thing about the station is that this is the station where I've seen the most people do stupid things around the light rail vehicles, such as cross the platforms outside of the designated platform crossing areas, and just straight up just walk in front of the trams, which is obviously very concerning and sad. They need to put more precautions up to prevent this. But anyways, let's hop on our final train to our final stop.
Kaigaten.
The station at Kaigaten has quite an unusual arrangement, where it is essentially a platform placed on a extremely long siding. This was done, I believe, to reduce congestion at the existing terminus of Line 1 at Bybane, which is literally just around a block down. This station is also definitely a great spot for both rail fanning and bus fanning. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like. And if you like content like this and want to see more in the future, make sure to hit subscribe or hit that notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload from my channel. I've been trying to put a lot more effort into my content lately, so that would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to, you could also join the Patreon. The link for that will be in the description below. But that's going to be all for now. I'm the Autistic Transit Fan, and I'll see you in the next one.